Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad FARIZ. The business I'm going to be presenting is about Apam Balik Hawker, a street food stall that located in Inasis YAB UUM. The main product is Apam Balik, a traditional Malaysian pancake with cream, corn, sugar and also peanuts. It is freshly made popular among students. The stall is owned by a Cik Kamarul who started the business after retiring from his job at Rawang, Selangor. With support from his wife who works at UUM, he began running the stall full-time in Sintok, Kedah. So usually the stall is open around 3:13 PM until 10:30 PM. So basically the business employs one kitchen helper to help to prepare the Apam Balik and also to serve for the customer, and lastly to clean up the kitchen after the production process. So since the helper is directly involved in the production process, his monthly wage is 1,015 ringgit, and it's considered as a direct labor. So we move on to the indirect labor. The business does not hire any additional staff for supporting tasks like marketing and also transportation. So therefore there are no indirect labor involved in this business. That's all from me.
Thank you very much, Fariz, for the explanation. For my part, my name is Nauffal, and I'm going to be explaining about manufacturing overhead for the business that we approach. So first of all, manufacturing overhead that refers to all the costs involved in the running production process, except direct material and also direct labor. So for our case, the manufacturing overhead includes all the extra costs needed to produce Apam Balik, but it is not directly tied to making a single piece of Apam Balik. So these costs cover indirect materials and also rental expenses. So there are 3 things included in manufacturing overhead: the gas rental, store rental, and also soda bicarbonate and margarine. Gas rental is used for cooking daily Apam Balik, but it cannot be linked to each Apam Balik. According to Mr. Kamarul, 300 ringgit is needed for a month for gas rental. For the second part is store rental. It's a fixed cost of the product itself. 100 ringgit per month is needed to cover store rental. And for the final part is soda bicarbonate and margarine. It is used in Apam Balik, but the amount per piece is very small, and that is why they are being counted as indirect materials. So soda bicarbonate is 4 ringgit per month, and also margarine 120 ringgit per month is needed. So when we total up gas rental for 300 ringgit, store rental for 100 ringgit, soda bicarbonate for 4 ringgit, and the final one is margarine for 120 ringgit per month. The total manufacturing overhead is 524 ringgit per month. That's all for my part. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nauffal, for the presentation. Let's go on to the next part, which is the production of product. So as provided by our friend Fariz in the introduction part, the main ingredients are flour, sugar, water and baking soda as the main mixture for the batter, while the toppings ingredients are sugar, cream, corn, peanuts, also margarine. Let's go on to the next part, which are the production process. Encik Kamarul provide us some steps before he to create the Apam Balik. So the first step is he blend sugar and water in the blender and blend it until it is well mixed. Next, he added flour and baking product and continue blend together with the sugar and water mixture until it is well mixed and smooth. And then the third step is he heat the cooking pan for a little while, and then he grease the cooking pan with margarine. And the fourth step, he pour the mixture of batter that he blend before in the cooking pan and until it give a crispy texture. And after that, he pour the toppings, which are the sugar, peanut and also cream corn on top of the mixture. And lastly, after he finished the cook the Apam Balik, he fold the Apam Balik in half and ready to be served to the customer. So we go to the next part, which are the calculation of cost. We divided cost into 4 types. The first one, direct cost, indirect cost, fixed cost and also variable cost. For direct cost, it includes direct materials and also direct labor. The direct material costs about 2,906 per month, while direct labor are 1,500 per month. Total these 2 costs will give direct cost a total of 4,406 of cost per month. Second cost is indirect cost. So indirect cost include indirect materials like margarine and soda bicarbonate, which cost about 124 per month, while rental cost like gas and stall rental are 400 months. Totaling up these two costs will give indirect costs of 524 ringgit. The costs are fixed costs. What are the fixed costs? It includes the stall and gas rental, which are 400 ringgit, and the fixed labor wage of 1,500. So totaling up these two costs will give fixed cost of 1,900. And the last cost is the variable cost. The variable cost for which are the direct materials, which is 2,906 ringgit, and also plus the indirect materials, which are 124 ringgit. Totaling up these two costs give variable cost of 3,030 ringgit. And finally, the total costs, which are the fixed cost and variable cost, sum up of these two costs are 4,930 ringgit. That's all from me. I will pass to the next person.
So now let's continue with the selling price for the part of selling price. So before we actually dive into what is the price of the product, let's see the aspect of how to select the price. So we actually divide this into three aspects, which is the first one is the competitor selling price, the cost analysis, and lastly the pricing strategy. So the first one is the competitive selling price. Why is this important? Because by knowing the market price, we could know that what is the average price of the product. So from what we have seen outside or inside UM, we can see that for a street vendor Apam Balik, the price will be around 1 ringgit to 1 ringgit and 50 cent. For a food truck or a market vendor, it will be around 1 ringgit 50 cent to 2 ringgit. So from this price, we could see that the average price is around 1 ringgit 50 cent, and it vary between 1 ringgit and 2 ringgit. So now let's proceed with the cost analysis. So the cost analysis for the cost analysis, the monthly production is around 5,300 unit production, and for this amount of production, it will cost the owner around 4,930 ringgit. And from this cost, we calculate that the production cost per unit is around 93 cents per unit. So from this cost, we find the profit for whatever price the owner put. So the third one is the pricing strategy. So for the pricing strategy, we put three types of pricing strategy, which the first one is undercutting the competitors, the second one is matching the competitors, and the third one is using a premium price. So the first one, the undercutting price, the owner could put the price to 1 ringgit and got around 7 cents of profit. The matching competitors will be 1 ringgit and 50 cents and get around 57 cents of profit. And lastly, the premium pricing, 2 ringgits and get around 1 ringgit and 7 cents of profit. So whichever the price the owner puts will make a different outcome of break-even point. So after we look at all of the aspect, we could actually look through the selling price of the product. So the owner actually put the price at 1 ringgit and 50 cents per unit. So this price actually aligned with the mid-range competitor pricing, which is the food truck and market vendors. And for this price, the owner actually gained a healthy profit margin around 60%. And from this price, the owner actually could, for the price of 1 ringgit and 50 cents, the owner actually put a promotional price or discount without actually losing too much profit. Now let's proceed to the break-even points part. So break-even point is a sales level where the revenue is equal to the total cost, resulting in either loss or profit. So we calculate the break-even points by assuming that all products are sold, but that means that all 5,300 units of production are produced and sold to the customer. So we calculate that the break-even point in units will to actually cover the production cost is around 2,043 units. Convert into ringgit Malaysia, it will be around 3,070 ringgit Malaysia. And that is the cost of the unit production that the owner need to produce to actually cover the production cost. And proceed to the target sales part. So for the target sales, the owner put the target income 3,000 so that he could have a comfortable lifestyle or sustainable income. So for this target income, the owner target sales in unit would be 5,269 units of Apam Balik, and will be around 7,917 ringgit Malaysia if to convert into RM. So to conclude what it means by all this, in order to actually break even, the owner must sell around 2,043 units or generate around 3,070 ringgit in revenue to cover their production costs. However, to actually achieve a comfortable lifestyle or have a good income of 3,000, the owner should sell at least 5,269 units or achieve the target sales of 7,970 ringgit. So this target is essential for planning, setting a realistic financial goals. So let's proceed with the financial statement part.
Income statement for the month ended 31st May 2025 for Abang Balik Poker. The sales revenue of 7,917 ringgit and 27 cents is based on the target sales we calculated if the owner wants to achieve a target profit of 3,000 ringgit in a month. Next, we deduct variable expenses from sales revenue to get the contribution margin. The variable expenses total up to 3,013 ringgit and 1 cent, and it consists of direct materials that are traceable to the production of every single unit of Abang Balik, and also indirect materials which are sold up by carbonate and margarine. We obtain a contribution margin of 4,904 ringgit and 26 cents. Next, we deduct 1,900 ringgit fixed expenses consisting of direct labor, gas rental and store rental to obtain a net operating income of 3,004 ringgit and 26 cents, achieving the target profit of 3,000 ringgit Abang Balik Poker aims to achieve in a month. So, I think that's all for our presentation. Thank you very much.